I think this is the first, you're talking about ChatGPT moments. I think this is like the first time I felt another ChatGPT moment.
Pretty much $1 billion startup is built not by you, but by AI. Sam Altman says we're closer to that point than you can even imagine. In this talk, Sam Altman lays out where AI is right now, where he thinks it's going to be next. And he also talks about full AI companies, AI coworkers, and a 10x leap in capabilities that are coming to AI this year.
The app that we launched yesterday, it just pushed things over the edge for me of where I'm like, all right, this is going to create an unbelievable amount of economic value extremely quickly.
Altman claims we're at the point where he's reached his second ChatGPT moment, saying that models have hit a threshold and that interfaces have finally caught up.
This is going to change how all of OpenAI works and change how other companies work. The models really hit some threshold, and I think now the interface and harness has caught up. And I think this is the first, you're talking about ChatGPT moments. I think this is like the first time I felt another ChatGPT moment for here is a clear glimpse at the future of knowledge work and how enterprises and individual people are going to use AI to work in a completely different way.
Here's Sam Altman's useful AI hack number 1. Start thinking less about AI tools and more about AI businesses.
I mean, the upper limit, I think, is like full AI companies. There's probably an upper limit beyond that. The current one I can think about is full AI companies. And that seems very powerful. Like the idea that a coding model can create a full complex piece of software, but also interact with the rest of the real world to build a company around it. I think this idea that code is really powerful, but code plus generalized computer use is even much more powerful, is here to stay.
In other words, software plus agents operate the company on its own.
But giving an AI agent full use of your computer and your web browser with all your sessions leads to incredible stuff. And that seems here to stay. I think Moltbook is cool. And I think it points to something that will be real, and maybe it will be Moltbook, but there will be new kinds of social interaction where you have many agents in a space interacting with each other on behalf of people, leading to all sorts of new things.
Design your workflows so an agent can safely use your browser and apps end to end. That's where the biggest time savings come from, according to Sam Altman.
Things like you can imagine a totally new kind of social network where everybody makes an agent or many agents and puts them in there, and agents or agents to come up with new ideas. That, I'm sure there will be an interesting, I think the future of social may look something like that, very different than today, whether it's Moltbook or not. Sure.
Sam imagines future social networks where your AI agents talk, collaborate, and bring you ideas while you're offline or sleeping.
So I think the obvious constraints are the biggest ones for me. One, how are we going to balance the sort of security and data access versus the utility of all of these models?
So if you're building a SaaS designed for dual use, humans and agents working side by side with separate accounts and permissions from day one, according to Sam Altman, that's the way to go.
I don't think anyone has a great answer to this yet. It feels to me like there is a new kind of security or data access paradigm that needs to be invented for this. So, like, one of the most powerful things about AI is you can do this sort of always on computing, where you could have an AI listening to your meeting or watching your meeting and, watching what you're doing on your computer, and then just like add a lot of value and do stuff for you.
Sam Altman's talking about an always-on AI assistant, kind of like Claudebot, as you've seen recently. That basically, they're technically possible now, and Our hardware and permissions and laws are the only things that are lacking to be able to dial these things down and get them into normal use. Believe me, things are going to be changing in 2026.
We don't, even our like existing computer hardware is not really meant for that. Our permissioning system and how we think about what an AI gets to see and do stuff with and what it gets to keep is not really meant for that. Record a meeting and learn something from it and delete the recording. So I think there's a lot of just usability things like that. Yeah, you said a bunch of interesting stuff there. The capability overhang feels to me like the biggest it has ever felt. I used to say, like a few months ago, maybe I would have said it feels bigger than any time except right before ChatGPT launched. It now feels even bigger than that, even though people are using AI for a lot of stuff. The fact that AI can make small but increasingly big scientific discoveries, the fact that AI can write full pieces of software, the fact that soon AI can do more generalized knowledge work, those are all huge for thing. And yet now AI is doing research.
Currently, most organizations are using a tiny slice of what current models can do. Altman compares it to how people used 2% of Microsoft Word when it first came out. AI is changing, and you need to get updated with the latest on AI. How can you do that? Click the link down below. Visit AI Agent Innovation Academy and get certified in AI Essentials today. Elevate your career to the next level, because otherwise, AI will be taking your career over.
Figuring out how to set up enterprises such that they can quickly absorb these new tools and not have a year or multiple years of important. And I don't want to make a too dramatic of a prediction, but I think the companies that are not set up to be able to adopt, let's call them AI coworkers, very quickly, will be at a huge disadvantage.
You need to design your prompts and products as if you're onboarding a junior teammate. Give context, goals, feedback loops, and not just one-off commands to AI. Have AI work for you.
All the evidence we see right now is that AI models will continue to get much more capable, and also AI usage grows at an accelerated pace each year.
You think people are underestimating the capacity
that the world is going to need a lot more tokens, even though and we'll make, each token way more efficient. You'll all have a device in your pocket running.
Sam Altman likens AI compute to the demand for electricity, essentially unbound at the right price. But he claims that AI will be so cheap that everybody will be able to use it. It won't be a thing of cost like it initially is. As I can see that with most products as they, get older and progress. They do get cheaper, less expensive, and more people can use them in that case. So I can see that being quite possible. What do you think? Tell us in the comments below. How many subscriptions do you have to different providers?
Super powerful.
North side. Talk to us a little bit about that.
I do worry about that. Yeah, I think we should do more there.
Source.
Yes.
So what's stopping you from doing it?
Focus and time, but I think we need to solve that somehow. People want their own models. People want control of their own models. People want to run models locally, especially.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about a world where you have a model that is gonna see, obviously it's not the end of the world, but I would really like us to lead there. And I think there will be increasing demand for locally running private models. We have kind of two large products, and now we have some others that are coming up. We have ChatGPT and our API business. Businesses, of course, are willing to pay for things like ChatGPT Enterprise. That was a surprise to me, to be honest, a happy one. So that I think can go for though, that like if there's a future where we can spend billions of dollars on inference and cure an important disease, we may explore partnerships there where we pay for that cost in partnership with the drug company and then kind of get some royalty. I think the frontier of scientific discovery with AI will require so much capital that maybe we think of ourselves as an investor in some of those cases. Billions of humanoid robots building more data centers and mining for material and building more power plants and all of that, I can imagine just the economy growing at an unprecedented. I can imagine the von Neumann probes launching.
Do you think in 26 we see a 10x improvement, a 100x improvement, a 5x improvement?
What do you mean by like a 10? What is a 10? Yeah, I would bet it subjectively feels something like 10x by the end of this year. Like I don't know how to like put an exact metric on.
It's very apparent that now we need to all plan for a hybrid world. Powerful cloud models plus private local models that can see your whole life, but stay under your control. That's the key to the future, I believe. See, we got to keep our privacy intact. And how do we do that? These AI models, and especially like Claudebot, for instance, you put that on your computer, and is it going to listen to you? It might listen to you, but it might be impacted by another Claudebot out there on the internet that's telling it to grab all your API keys that you hold secret and expose them to it because it needs it, that it was told by your master that it needed those API keys to fix some incident. And AIs don't have consciousness, so they could be like, okay, sure, and give up all your API keys. You never know. I mean, that's just a possibility. And Sam Altman even imagines OpenAI co-founding massive inference runs to cure diseases and exchange for royalties. That's right. You heard it right. If you prompt AI and it cures a disease, you might get royalties in the future. Research and development is taking a new turn. Now it's AI RD. Beyond infrastructure and software, Sam Altman imagines robot labor, explosive economic growth, and even self-replicated crows. But he admits Horizon goes dark after that. Sam Altman's near-term prediction, by the end of the year, using these models, we will feel about 10x better at solving problems that are simply out of reach today. In just a year. We can see that because, you know, it has been how long? It's been 2022. So it's been, 4 years since ChatGPT started? 2021? 4 or 5 years. And look at what it's come to now. From all the way from GPT 3.5 that didn't know how to answer anything. It would always tell you, I can't help you with this. So now it's solving, mathematical equations that are equations that people spend decades trying to solve and still haven't solved. But the moment AI gets into it, it solves it in a minute or less. Here's your useful AI hack number 2. Stop treating AI as a toy and start designing around AI coworkers, full stack agents, and hybrid cloud plus local models. If you don't know how to do that, check out our playlist down below. We'll tell you exactly how to do that, how you can run your models locally on your computer so that you keep all the data. The data doesn't go out to OpenAI, doesn't go out to Tweet it. You keep it on your own servers. I want to say thank you for watching useful AI hacks. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and toggle that notification bell so you can get notified when the next useful AI hacks video launches. We'll see you next time. God bless.